Bobby Portis, Julius Randle, Wayne Ellington, Reggie Bullock, Taj Gibson. Guys, as you can see here, these are the new York Knicks free agents. Like, that's pretty garbage in my opinion. We all know that. That's not what you want to see if you're a New York Knicks fan. But what I'm here today to tell you guys is that these boys, the New York Knicks organization, is playing every single person in the NBA right now, all right? Like, seriously, here. Okay, Scott Perry. This guy is the New York Knicks GM, and currently, people have been making fun of him and the Knicks. And, the Knicks' current salary situation has been pretty bad. They just signed Julius Randle, 3 years, $63 million. Taj Gibson, 2 years, $21 million. Reggie Bullock, 3 years, $21 million. I'm not really sure. All I know is that they're spending bank on a lot of role players. But let me tell you guys this. This is all just preparation. All of these role players that they've signed is just prepping. Is just, they're just experienced veterans that are going to help the young guys grow. And as you all know, or maybe you might not know, the 2020 free agency is going to be one of the weakest, most boring free agencies of all time. But now we have the 2021 free agency. That is correct, 2021. It's going to consist of players such as Drew Holiday, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, Gordon Hayward, LaMarcus Aldridge, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Evan Fournier. Okay, obviously that last one was a joke. He's not that bad, but he's not Paul George, Anthony Davis, guys like that. But yeah, there are a load of players that are going to be free agents this year, or not this year, but 2021 free agency. And guess what the Knicks salary cap is going to be in 2021? $125 million, basically. And let me tell you this, if they decline all their team options on players, they will only be using $18 million of cap. That $18 million isn't being used for bums either. RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Kevin Knox, and I forgot the last dude. In my opinion, I don't even know that dude, so I'm not going to talk about him all that much because I'm not really experienced on him. But the leftover cap, as a result, is $107 million. That's right. The Knicks have set themselves up perfectly to go after LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Giannis, Anthony Davis. But, I'm also realistic when I say this. They're not going to be getting Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and Giannis Antetokounmpo, in my opinion. And here's why. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are most likely going to be winning championships. So as a result, this is what I'm thinking. There is no way that they're gonna leave the Clippers. Giannis Antetokounmpo, let me tell you this, is probably there are reports he might join the Warriors, but let me tell you this, he's not going to win a championship for the Bucks, and he's probably not. I don't know. He just doesn't. What is there for him in New York? The Warriors have a great offense for him to join. Obviously, he can't shoot, but he's going to have so many more shooters on the team. He's going to be upgrading from Eric Bledsoe, a guy that shot like 29% from three-point land, to Steph Curry. It's pretty impressive if you ask me. So I think he's going to the Warriors. But Anthony Davis and LeBron James, when LeBron loses in the Western Conference Finals twice, and Anthony Davis loses twice, one of them, and I'm going to say this, all you need is one to go to New York. They're going to get one of those guys to go to New York, and then basically that's like a $37 million contract. Because the thing is, none of these guys are eligible for Supermax, because when they sign with New York, it's an entirely different team. So as a result, you have to go and take just a regular $37 million contract. I know that sounds like it's not even that much. But what I mean by that is, like, since they're all NBA most likely, Anthony Davis and LeBron James will be getting $37 million for their first year. Now, you have an amazing roster of second-tier players, in my opinion. Drew Holiday, Bradley Beal, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Victor Oladipo, DeMar DeRozan. And the only players I think you can get on this roster realistically are all of them. I don't really see it. Like Drew Holiday, he's going to be on the Pelicans. He's going to say, screw this team, these young guns. I don't see anything here for me. he'll leave. Bradley Beal, there's nothing for him for the Wizards anyways. Actually, I think he just signed a major contract extension. I don't know about that. Never mind. We'll see about that one. Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Victor Oladipo, DeMar DeRozan. Now, Victor Oladipo might stay, but DeMar DeRozan, if he doesn't actually go back to Toronto, because I know he loves the city, why not go to New York? I get it. New York, there's such a bad stain on the franchise from what's happened. Dolan, or I honestly don't know what Dolan has done, because like I said, if I don't know about something, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna give my opinion on it, because I'm not experienced enough in that subject. But from what I know, the Knicks do have a stained image, but there are still a bunch of players that can make you not title contenders, but you guys are gonna be getting into the second or third, I don't know, semi-conference, conference finals. Guys, people are did I say semi-conference? Alright. Conference semifinals. You're gonna be going from not making the playoffs for 10 years to being decent title contenders. If RJ Barrett becomes a star and you sign, let's say AD, you get AD, RJ Barrett at the center position. You keep Mitchell Robinson at the shooting guard position. You move RJ Barrett to shooting guard. You put Kevin Knox at small forward, and then you get a Drew Holiday or a Mike Conley at the point guard position. Even though Mike Conley's getting kind of old, no offense to him, that's still decent. That's a good team. That's with AD and all that money left over for the bench, that's a good team. You can create some fire in the East. Now, in my opinion, instead of being today's Lakers or today's Clippers, you're going to be today's Rockets. No one really thinks you have a chance, but you have a puncher's chance. I think that's what I think that's what Max Kellerman says all the time. The Rockets always had a puncher's chance against the Warriors. We saw that ended up for them. They lost 2 years straight, but they were up on the Warriors 3-2 that one time, and then they had them 2-2, and then they choked. But aside from that, guys, come on. The New York Knicks are straight up playing the entire league right now. Everyone's counting them out. Everyone's laughing at them, laughing stock. Everyone's laughing at Stephen A. Smith. 2021 free agency. When there are so many combinations of stars, superstars, veterans, aging players, young guns that can go onto this team, that they're going to have such a broken chemistry the first season, but second, third, fourth season of those contracts, that's a contender in the East. You're going to be able to make it now, because if Giannis leaves, which he might, there's a possibility he might leave because the Bucks are not doing their job in getting him the help he needs. But if Giannis leaves, then all you have is basically the Bucks, because Kyle Lowry is getting older, Marc Gasol is getting older. All you have, I'm sorry, not the Bucks. All you have is the 76ers to beat. And at any time, Joel Embiid, his stomach might get, he might come out with a stomach ache. That's what happened against the Raptors last playoffs. He had a stomach ache for 3 out of the 7 games, and he had terrible games. Ben Simmons, I don't want that to happen, but he might injure himself. The Knicks can come out of this winning a championship. Now, am I going to say they're favorites? No, not even close. 2021 is good, but with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, they're probably not going to leave Clippers after winning 2 straight championships. Giannis Antetokounmpo probably doesn't want to go to the Knicks. But if you can just get 2 to 3 stars and a solid bench, that is enough to make the finals. A little bit of luck, like I said, again, come on. You need a little bit of luck and a little bit of talent to win an NBA championship. That's all you need. Luck and talent and a good system. But yeah, that's basically it. People need to stop making fun of these guys. They know what they're doing. They're going to have $107 million left in cap. I trust them, all right? And if they let me down, then maybe I'll understand why everyone hates them and everyone makes fun of them. But currently right now, I trust them, and let's see how this goes. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. This was BHB, and I hope to see you next time.